Hi, I'm Karie Kaufmann, and I want to give you a couple quick tips on how to improve your bottom line by competing on value instead of on price. I hear a lot of business owners saying, Karie, our customers are very price sensitive. We've had to reduce our prices or offer discounts just to keep up with competition. Well, now all things being equal, why wouldn't somebody buy based on price? I know I would. But studies show over and over that most consumers don't buy based on price alone. They're looking for some other level of value. What are they getting for the price that you're quoting? And it's our job to educate our clients and our prospects on why they should be doing business with us rather than our competition. And one of the best ways to get away from competing based on price is to clearly articulate your unique selling proposition, also known as a USP. This is what differentiates you from your competition. So, what other than price, what value do you offer that'll be meaningful to your buyer? This could be complemented by a guarantee or a few different ways that you could demonstrate your point of uniqueness. So, as an action coach, I work with my clients sometimes, honestly, for weeks or months, researching, developing their unique selling proposition, testing it, refining it. So, I'm not saying it's necessarily really simple process, but I do want to give you 3 quick tips that you can use to get started right away. Here's the first tip. If you think that your unique selling proposition is your level of service, keep thinking. I hear that one all the time. In fact, I'm willing to say probably 90% of the businesses I speak with think that their service is better than the competition. So if everyone is saying that, how unique is it really? Let's say you actually do offer the best service in your industry, and people who have done business with you in the past know that and appreciate it. So there might be some credibility to that. But as a consumer who's never heard of you before, is it really believable when the competition is saying the same thing? It's a very difficult USP to market. Here's a second tip for you. Your unique selling proposition actually has to be worthy of the customer's buying decision. In other words, another common weak USP that I hear is we have more experience than anyone in our industry. Now that might have validity. Certainly it could set you apart in some ways, but let's say you've got 30 years of experience and the competition that they're also considering has maybe 12 years of experience. Well, from a consumer's perspective, they might think, well, both companies are probably good enough to do a good job. So while it does have value, your experience, it might not be enough alone for the consumer to make a buying decision based on that thing, okay? So it has to actually be unique and it has to be worthy of making a buying decision, okay? And here's the third tip. There's a question that you can ask to your consumers, to your past clients or your current clients or your prospects to help you get clarity on what your unique selling proposition should be. Here's a question for you. What fears, concerns, or frustrations do you experience when dealing with our industry? Now, not necessarily about your business specifically, just about your industry in general. What's the feeling out there? What do consumers experience when they're trying to do business to buy what you sell? So asking that question can give you tremendous feedback that you can use to then go develop a unique selling proposition or a guarantee to solve the pains or the frustrations that people have with your industry. So I've given you 3 tips today on how to differentiate yourself so that you compete based on value and not just on price. Do me a favor, I'd love to hear which tip was most valuable for you. Leave me a comment below and I look forward to hearing from you.